Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Kato Wambua, Co-Secretary General of the United Green Movement Party. We are here today as part of the commemoration for the June 25th protests in remembrance of our fallen heroes 2 years ago. We are joined by our co-party leader, the Honorable former Chief Justice David Maraga, and Mama Rex. They are going to address us, but also we are joined by young Kenyans who want to actually make a very important statement today. And we want to invite all of you to this press conference. To kick us off, I'll invite the CJ to speak, and then the Mama Rex, and then lastly we'll have the press statement read by our young leaders from across the country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, SG. Good afternoon, members of the Fourth Estate. We want to thank you, as we thank all the Kenyans who have come out in solidarity with the families who lost their loved ones in 2024. Here today, as some of you may have seen from other media clips, we gathered at the Serena Hotel with flowers and some members with the families of those who lost their loved ones. There were about 5, and those who escorted them. And we marched peacefully to Parliament, where we wanted to just lay flowers and then say prayers and leave. In fact, when we went to the roundabout, the General Post Office roundabout, we found police there. They looked at us, they saw we were peaceful, and there was no problem. We went ahead, we even spoke with some of them. We went ahead. As we were getting close to Parliament buildings, security, a police vehicle, very heavily armed, comes behind us with the sirens blaring, and ordered us to leave immediately, to get out of the place. We nonetheless marched and got to where they had put a barricade, where we could not go beyond to Parliament, and we laid flowers on that barricade. Thereafter, they said, "Look, get out of here, otherwise you'll get into serious trouble." We scampered into our vehicles. I got hold of Mama Lex. I pulled her into my car and said, let's go, Mama. Let's go and get out of there. From there, we came and we got here. Incidentally, Mama Rex was with me in last year as we were tear gassed outside Nation House. I ended up with her in Nation Center, and we were there for almost 7 hours before she left. So we scampered, and other people picked her, other mamas, and they went with them. What we are saying here, what is happening is that this government does not want to be held accountable for the deaths of the more than 60 youths who were killed. That's why they are doing all this. They don't want to be held accountable. They want that incident forgotten. That's why they are doing everything possible to make sure that these mamas are not supported to come out and mourn their children, to come out and say, look, we want justice to be done. And what I want to, I tell you the Ruto government, this one you are not going to succeed. The Kenyans are very intelligent. The Kenyans are brave. they want accountability. We cannot go on like this. This is Mama Rex Masai. There are other mamas. As I told you, we were with about 5 of them. And there are all those whose members were, family members who were injured. 2024, it was them. If we don't keep on putting pressure, tomorrow it will be you. The other day it will be me. So don't think that you are safe. I want to appeal to the Kenyans that let us be vigilant and stand with these families until they get justice. Those police assassins action should be taken against them so that these mamas can go on with their lives. We know that they have been given some money. Compensation is okay. I don't even know whether it is adequate. There are some other groups who are looking into that, but money cannot buy justice. That one we all must understand. Money cannot buy our life. Money cannot buy justice. We want those police killers held accountable. Why? So that they don't repeat this kind of thing. We're in a democratic country where freedom of expression is allowed, where freedom to picket is allowed, and we must continue fighting that. We don't want to have a state where the government, instead of protecting people, they come with goons. You must have seen from some clips the goons who were around, even some of them around us. Non-goons were around us. That is what the kind of thing, situation where we have gotten with this police, government, we just literally panicked, and it continues to panic. Instead of doing the right thing, they are hiring goons. So I want to give Mama Rex an opportunity for her to speak so that you know the pain in her heart. And that is the pain in the whole family. That is the pain in the families of those who lost their loved ones. Mama Rex, please come and speak.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
My names are Jillian Munyao, mother to Rex Kanyike Masai, the first victim to be shot 2 years ago. I'm here to say that even if the government compensates us, there is no any amount of money that can bring back our loved ones. We gave out our petition last week to remember our loved ones. I think it was all turned down. For today, I don't know what to say, but I thank Mr. Maraga for standing with me and the other parents who came out to remember our children. The government should know that they might kill us, but they cannot finish us. They might give us the peanuts that they are giving out, but remember, the pain in our house will always remain there. They might get away with the cases in the courts, but you know, there is God in heaven who sees everything that is happening. The final judge is our God. Thank you always for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you, Mama Rex. We will continue standing with you. We will continue standing with the families of those who lost loved ones, because those are our heroes. They were fighting not only for themselves, they were fighting for the rights of all the young people in Kenya. Let me now invite young aspirants, our UGM young aspirants, to come and say something.
Thank you. Thank you very much, members of the Fourth Estate. My name is Frederick Wanyweke. I'm a member of the United Green Movement Party, and at the same time a staunch supporter of the 6th President of the Republic of Kenya, David Kenani Maraga, the 6th Commander-in-Chief, the 6th, the People's Servant, People's President, the Architect of Change. And as a nation and as young people, we are still mourning, we remember. And I want to say, we remain steadfast in pursuing a country where no one has to shed blood for fighting for what is in the Constitution. And therefore, at this juncture, I will welcome my brother to give a statement on the petition that we are about to present to the Parliament.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. My name is Lillian Lingai, Co-National Youth Leader, United Green Movement Party. As we commemorate the youth who were the victims from the June 25th protest, today we are going to present a public petition to establish and update register of youthful unemployed graduates, diploma, certificate holders, to establish a vote for youth skills development, a vote for youth innovation, and to pay cash for work to unskilled unemployed youth in line with Article 28 on the right to dignity, Article 43(1)(e) on social security, and Article 55 on affirmative action for youth to access employment. We, the undersigned, members and representatives of the United Green Movement Party, Young Aspirants League, being youthful citizens and residents of the Republic of Kenya, on this 25th day of June 2025, the second anniversary of the Gen Z protest, in honor and memory of the more than 60 loved ones who lost their life and limb, together with the many others who died afterward in pursuit for justice of the victims, draw the attention of the House to the following. That Kenya is currently experiencing a youth bulge, which has the potential for a significant demographic dividend. Properly harnessed, this youth bulge will transform the country's socioeconomic status if sufficient jobs and employment are available to the youth. That Kenya has the potential to utilize this demographic dividend for better. However, if the demographic dividend is gambled with, the country could easily slide into severe social instability, dependency, drug abuse, crime, political goonism, and eventually anarchy. That many job seekers, graduate, diploma holders, and other unskilled youth have remained and continue to remain out of work for long periods, swelling the ranks of discouraged and disaffected citizens, which is not good for prosperity, peace, and security of Kenya. That Kenyans below the age of 35 account for approximately 75% of the population, and the youth at the age bracket of 18 to 35 account for 67% of the total number of unemployed youth. That youth unemployment was found by the Kenya National Dialogue and Reconciliation Process led by the late Honorable His Excellency Kofi Annan to be part of the long-standing issues that caused the 2007-2008 post-election violence. That many Kenyan youth continue to live undignified lives in unemployment contrary to the provisions of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, leading to a lifetime of economic scarring. That Article 28 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 gives every Kenyan youth inherent dignity and the right to have that dignity respected and protected. That Article 43(1)(e) of the Constitution of Kenya gives every Kenyan youth the right to social security. That Article 55(c) of the Kenyan Constitution creates an obligation on the state to take measures, including affirmative action programs, to ensure that the youth access employment. That these constitutional provisions are not pies in the sky and should now be enforced. That being economic and social rights, the government should make progressive steps to help the unemployed youth realize these rights and access employment to live lives of dignity. That if the government were prudent efficient and managed the runaway corruption, which is currently documented to cost the country up to 800 billion shillings a year, these constitutional aspirations would be realized. That Kenya's public debt has tremendously ballooned to over 12.7 trillion Kenyan shillings, which will inevitably be paid by Kenya's youth who are currently unemployed and not equitably benefiting from public spending and debt, contrary to the principle of public finance in Article 201C of intergeneration equity, which brings to fore the long-term sustainability of current public debt accumulation. That as youthful persons, graduates, diploma holders, and unskilled youth, we would like Kenya to sustainably invest in her demographic dividend to elevate her socio-economic status. That given the budget-making process is participatory under Articles 10, 118, 119, and 201A, and Parliament's role in ensuring that the national budget responds to the needs of the Kenyan people. That addressing youth unemployment is among the most urgent things that the financial year 2026-2027 budget should have responded to the Kofi Annan reports of 2007-2008 being taken into consideration and the need to avert anarchy in the next year's general election. That most of the young people who are in the streets in 2024, of whom 60 were killed by the police, wanted a better life for themselves, their families, and all Kenyans to live lives of dignity as promised by the Constitution of Kenya 2010. That government has not responded to the issues that were raised by the youth in June 2024, including tackling spiraling youth unemployment, apart from the paltry compensation to victims, without police and command accountability for those killed, maimed, and abducted. That the issues in respect of which this UKOMBOZI petition is made are not pending before any court of law or constitutional or legal body. I'll let my friend continue.
Thank you so much, Lillian. So my name is Marvin Mabonga, and I'm a member of United Green Movement Party. So I'm going to read our demands as the young people, because we are going to present this petition. Immediately we are done with this press, we are going to take it to Parliament, and therefore these are the demands. That the National Assembly, in memory and honor of the young people killed on June 25th, 2024, urgently enacts a supplementary UKOMBOZI budget in financial year 2026-2027 to include under the social protection sector 300 billion Kenyan shillings. Above, that includes, that the National Assembly, in memory and honor of the young people killed on June 25th, 2024, urgently enacts a supplementary UKOMBOZI budget in financial year 2026-2027 to include under the social protection sector 300 billion Kenyan shillings to liberate 3 million youth currently unemployed and ensure they access employment effectively 1st of July 2026. These allocations should be incrementally increased year on year to affirmatively address youth unemployment until youth unemployment is drastically reduced through creation of dignified jobs. That the National Assembly considers, amends, and passes all related legislation and policy to regulate the appropriation of the 300 billion Kenyan shillings. Above, that includes, number 1, 7,000 shillings per month for 2 million unskilled unemployment youth for social paid work for 1 year, which is a total of 168 billion Kenyan shillings. Number 2, that shillings 150,000 for 400,000 skilled unemployment youth to be given one of startup capital, which is a total of 60 billion Kenyan shillings. Number 3, 60,000 Kenyan shillings per person to train and skill 600,000 unemployment youth on vocational courses, which is a total of 36 billion Kenyan shillings. Number 4, 28 billion shillings to administer the program. That the business startup support in number 2 above, which will be competitive, tied to business plans, mentorship, and county/sector prioritization. Number 4, that the training in 2 above will be linked to technical vocational training, that is TVET, Juakali training sectors, as well as industry certification. That the National Assembly considers, originates, and passes a lifestyle audit legislation that will help tame runaway corruption, as highlighted in paragraph 12 of this petition. That this honorable house, that is the National Assembly, takes any other action it deems fit, in addition to those in this petition, to ensure that at least 3 million unemployed youth of Kenya accesses employment effectively 1st of July 2026, to help alleviate the issue of youth unemployment in Kenya in line with the Constitution of Kenya 2010. That we, the undersigned, together with our core party leader and the 2027 presidential flag bearer, His Excellency, the former Chief Justice David Maraga, and other political coalition partners, civil organizations, faith-based organizations, and all Kenyans of good conscience who have Kenyan youth interests at heart, shall make this petition part of the UKOMBOZI campaign and shall continue to agitate, picket, and mobilize until the prayers of this UKOMBOZI petition are met. Thank you so much. Unless there is any question, then we can call it a day.
Thank you very much. That public petition will be presented and received by the Honorable Dr. Wilberforce Oundo, the MP for Funyula. He is going to receive it today, and he has graciously agreed to present this as one of our partners. We will invite questions, but before I do, I think maybe the most critical one you may ask is, where are we getting this 300 billion from? The reason why young Kenyans came out 2 years ago was because Parliament and this government have been passing budgets which are non-responsive to the issues that bedevil young Kenyans, especially youth unemployment, which is very chronic. 7 out of 10 young Kenyans are unemployed. And over 1 trillion shillings each year that we pass is actually budgeted corruption. That is not us saying it, it is the Auditor General and all the reports that we have been seeing. The budget that they have just passed, we petitioned. During the public participation process of this budget cycle, we did a petition seeking for the same. They ignored it. Instead, they have passed a bloated budget, 48% of which is actually paying debt, not solving any of the problems of this country. They are borrowing to steal. And so we are demanding that they cut their appetite for corruption. If you cut even just that over 1 trillion that they are going to waste this year, you'd have enough money to do what we are proposing. And if they are not willing, we urge all Kenyans to wipe all of them out come 2027, elect serious people of integrity, such as the Honorable David Maraga, and these young Kenyans here who want true fundamental change of this republic. Thank you. Any questions?
It's 2 years down the line, and we see compensation is coming now in a very, very varying forms. But the court says only 3 cases are before the courts out of the hundreds, because I'm including the violations and injuries and everything. What is your take on that?
Yes, another question? Okay. First, regarding the compensation. The issue is not even compensation first. The issue is justice for the victims who were shot dead in cold blood for agitating for their rights. Some were maimed, others were abducted. Now, the government's role, first and foremost, before you start compensation, is to ensure they bring to book those who actually killed these persons. They are still serving in the security apparatus. They should have, IPOA should be doing serious investigations. It cannot tell us that only 3 people were involved. And most importantly, the command responsibility of those who gave these unlawful orders. It is not the business of police to take any orders and just act willy-nilly. So compensation should follow justice, and that has not been done. CJ?
In addition to what SG has said, this government is bent on covering the crimes it has committed. That's why it is doing everything possible to suppress any commemorative functions that are organized. But as I said earlier, we stand with the families of those who lost their loved ones and demand that justice be done, and those who killed the young people should be held accountable. Giving compensation is part of the responsibility of the government, because it is actually accepting that it is liable by paying compensation. That's accepting liability. What we would have expected President Ruto to do, the honorable thing he should have done, is to come and publicly apologize to the Kenyans that the security apparatus under him committed grievous offenses, and undertake and assure Kenyans that it is not going to recur. That way, and then get all those who were involved prosecuted. That's the only way the Kenyans can be satisfied that justice has been done to these family members. Thank you.
Thank you very much, members of the press, for being with us as we continue to commemorate and to continue in this journey of UKOMBOZI. We shall not relent until justice is served. Many thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.